It's May, which means it's 500 time, Indy 500. So we are at IMS getting ready to do the interviewing for qualifying day. So we are going to be standing by Victory Circle, and hopefully we might see you there. Qualifying.
It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. But we are going to probably go out later on because I want to go out again and go faster, and it's fun.
Which lap of qualifying is most important to you?
The last one, because the last one's the hardest one because you're sliding and you're up against the fence and you're holding on, tires coming off, and you know. But the first one's fun because it's like really grippy and stuff. But the last one's the hardest. Of the Connors Hopple thing.
We think it's Callum.
Callum.
So, what do you think about the new qualification format?
I like
with
it.
The Fast 12 and Fast 6.
I like it if I make it, and then I'll hate it if I don't. So if I miss out, I don't like it. You heard it here first. I'll tell Roger that.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Thanks, buddy.
So, how was your qualifying?
It was good, man. I'm really happy with our run. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't transfer us into the Fast 12. So, hopefully it does. We'll watch for the rest of the day and risk it a little bit more for tomorrow. See if we can get on that front row.
So, which lap of qualifying is most important to you?
All of them. Because if one sucks, then your timing ain't gonna be good.
So, how do you like the new qualifying procedure with the Fast 12 and the Fast 6?
To me, it doesn't really make a difference. It's just like road courses. So, yeah, I don't mind it.
All right, thanks, Pato.
Thanks, dude.
Tell us about qualifying.
Pretty good run. I think it was way easier than yesterday, so I think we maybe prepared for a bit worse conditions, but it was a good run. Flat out all the way, no big dag. Had a little hit on the rev limiter into turn 1 on my third lap, so that cost us quite a lot. So hopefully we can get out again and improve on the time.
So what lap in qualifying is most important to you?
Probably the last one, because that's normally the hardest one, and that's the one where people are more likely to lift. You have degradation, so probably first and last.
What do you think about the new qualifying procedure at IMS, the Fast 12 and Fast 6?
I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't really change much from our perspective, but if you're quick, if you're in the top 6, you get to run another time, and I think the people get to watch the cars more. So I think it's a good idea to kind of make a 2-day show out of it. Yeah, good fun to be on track more.
Thanks, Felix.
Thank you, man.
How was the car today? How was qualifying?
Wasn't great, to be honest. We lost a little bit speed. The condition was drastically changed from yesterday, and we didn't participate morning practice session. That probably hurt us. We thought we could adapt the condition, but seems like didn't. So we need to find out more speed and looking into details.
So, which lap in qualifying is most important?
All the laps.
So, how was qualifying?
It was good. It was much better than yesterday, and the team did a really good job making some good guesses overnight. So I think we got a little more in it, but looks like it's gonna just kind of warm up here through the day. So I think we're done, and we'll just be where we're at.
Which lap in qualifying is most important to you?
Well, the fourth lap is probably the most important one, but the first lap's the one I like the most because it's usually the fastest one. It gives you a good feel for how fast you might be able to go if you can just hang on to it for the rest of the run. So I'll say lap 1.
What do you think of the new qualifying procedure with the Fast 6 and the Fast 12?
I like it because it gives more guys a chance to get into more guys and girls, a chance to get into the kind of second round. I think it's probably a little bit more exciting for the fans on pole day. You get 2 big run, another whole elimination style thing, and then fight out for the top 6. So I like it.
All right, thanks, JR. So how was qualifying? I'm good, by the way.
It was not bad. You know, it was a little bit too easy. Actually, really easy especially for Indy 500 qualifying. Went out there, and I mean, it was just it was kind of unfortunate from our side. We knew that the temperature was there, and there's no wind, and the conditions were so good, and we trimmed, and it just still wasn't enough. So a little bit unfortunate from our end, but overall, you know, got through my first Indy 500 qualifying, all clean and no mistakes.
Good. So what lap is most important in qualifying for you?
I would actually say the outlap, you know, because the outlap is kind of what sets up, you know, your next 4 laps with the way the tires are and your momentum, because it's all about carrying momentum here, and it really just depends on how good your outlap is. Make sure you're not scrubbing the tires anywhere so you can carry it for those next 4 laps.
So, what do you think about the new qualifying format for IMS, the Fast 12 and Fast 6?
I think it's very cool. You know, it kind of adds a bit more interest. You know, with the way that qualifying works, all the drivers are going to try to work to get into that top 12, and then in Fast 6, I think it's a good idea for the fans.
All right, thanks, David.
Thank you.
So, how was qualifying?
Qualifying was good. We were a little bit conservative, but we'll see. The goal today is to be in the top 12 and then try to go for the pole tomorrow.
What lap is most important to you in qualifying?
I would say all 4, but the last lap when the tires start dropping, so lap 4.
So, what do you think about the new qualifying format with the Fast 6 and Fast 12?
I think it's exciting, right? I mean, we got to try 3 times now instead of 2. So I'm really excited. Hopefully we'll make it the 3 attempts and we'll put it on the pole and you come to interview me again.
There we go. So, how was qualifying?
So far, so good. I hope that it gets really hot and windy so that I stay up towards the top of the board.
So, what lap of qualifying is most important to you?
I think the first one, so that I know where the balance of the car is and I have the confidence to continue on for all 4 laps.
Great. What do you think about the new qualifying format with the like the Fast 6 and the Fast 12?
For me, I think it's good because I'm a rookie, and the more opportunities I have, I think the better I'm going to be. So every rep is helpful.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. So, how was qualifying?
It was good, dude. It was good. It's huge vibration on the front right, but not the end of the world for us. So I'm sure we'll rerun or something. I mean, we'll see. What do you think of it so far?
Pretty good. Didn't really watch the run because I was here.
Well, what are you gonna do?
What lap of qualifying is most important to you?
Thank you. 4. So you gotta have 4 gun, man. If you don't have 4, you can't make it. You can't finish the run. So
Sweet. So how was qualifying?
It was tough out there. The conditions are getting hard, so it's making me nervous that we're going to be in the top 12. But it's getting hard for everybody. So hopefully we've got enough of a buffer to make it through, and the conditions stay tough and make it hard on others going out to be able to improve.
So which qualifying lap is most important for you?
The 4th one is always the most important one, and that's the one that hurt me today. If I could have held on a little more through that last lap, we probably would have been a spot or 2 higher. But it's just about making it through to tomorrow, and we're there right now. We'll just have to see it sticks.
Sweet. So what do you think about the new qualifying format with the Fast 12 and the Fast 6?
Well, right now I'm happy that 12 go through and not 9, because we might be in trouble if it was 9 going through. So I just want to make it to tomorrow and then have a chance to fight for the pole. So it's a full reset tomorrow. We'll get around in more similar conditions to our competitors, and we'll go from there.
All right, thanks, Ed. So how was qualifying?
it was okay. It was a bit windy and hot with the sun out, so it was not ideal. I think the early draw had some advantage, but decent run.
So, which qualifying lap is most important to you?
I think the hard ones are lap 3 and 4 when you start to get some overheating on the tires, and to do lap 1 and 2 is a little bit easier, but then it's tough 3 and 4, so gotta hold it for all 4 laps, hold the foot down.
So what do you think of the new qualifying format at IMS with the Fast 12 and Fast 6?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good because we get to run a bit more, and that's always fun. We're here to run, so I'm excited. I just hope I'll be part of it tomorrow. That's the thing. I'm 8th now, but see how far we get.
All right, thanks, Marcus. So,
Did you find out who did the Connors bus yet?
I I think it was Callum.
Ilo.
Yes. So the Hy-Vee ad, it says, if you don't know Hy-Vee, you don't know Jack.
Yeah.
But what if I know Jack, but don't know Hy-Vee? That's kind of...
Well, I mean, it's even more of a reason to go to HyVeeDeals.com and check them out. What do you think about that?
Well, that's a good idea. We're getting one in Zionsville, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, how was your qualifying?
It wasn't very good, mate, to be honest with you. The track temperature's coming up and it's getting windier, and it just seems to be, the wind particularly is really affecting our car in a negative way. So here's what I'm hoping. I hope that it doesn't rain. I hope that the wind goes away and we can go out again.
Which lap is most important for qualifying on you?
To be honest, mate, they're all important today. There's probably not one that's more important than the other. They're all important.
Hello. So, how was qualifying?
Not fast enough. Pretty simple.
Which lap in qualifying is most important to you?
All four. I mean, this morning in the short practice we had, I did a 2:31.6 on my first lap, and I think my fastest lap now is a 2:28. So we were too slow on all four laps.
What do you think about the new qualifying procedure with the Fast 12 and Fast 6?
I mean, I think it's good to keep it consistent compared to the road courses. I've never experienced the other format here. I've also experienced thinking there was a Fast 6 without there being a Fast 6. So, I mean, I think it's great.
All right, thanks, Christian.
Thank you. Take care.
So, how was qualifying?
It was unfortunate that we got a late draw. Otherwise, the car has a lot of speed, but yeah, we were sliding around in the heat of the day, so pretty good overall. But
what lap is most important to you in qualifying?
Lap? Yes. Lap 1's the biggest one because you got to do to get a good average, you have to put a huge number. So lap 1, splitting up, getting the speed out of the car is the most important.
What do you think about the new qualifying procedure with the Fast 6 and Fast 12?
You know, if I get pole position, I'm just happy.
There we go. All right, thanks, Simon.
Thank you, buddy.
How was qualifying?
It was pretty decent. You know, we didn't have the ultimate speed that we really wanted, but the car felt good. We got it in the right window. I had to play with my tools a lot. The wind started to pick up, but we honestly feel a lot better in race trim than we do qualifying, so we're just glad to get through that at the moment. The weather is getting cloudy, so maybe the track will cool off and we'll go again, but at the moment, we're happy with the qualifying run we just had.
What lap is most important for you in qualifying?
What lap? It's really the warm-up lap and the first lap. I mean, granted, you know, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. You know, it's like the warm-up lap because you want to get the balance right initially. The first lap you want to make is really important because that lap's got to be flat. That one's got to be really fast. And then the last lap is super important because that's when your tires are really going off. So you got to manage the balance all the way through the entire. So all of them are really important, but making sure you get the balance right initially is super crucial.
What do you think about the new qualifying procedure with the Fast 12 and the Fast 6?
You know, I think it's a new thing. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go. I think a lot of people are excited for it. It's a bit different than we've ever seen. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be in it if we stay the way that we are at the moment, unless we go back out. But it'll be cool to be at least one of the 33 drivers that had a shot at making it into the Fast 12.
All right, thanks, Kyle.
No worries.
So, how was qualifying?
I felt like we had a good run overall. The car felt comfortable. With the conditions, we didn't trim a lot, and I think that was reflected in the speed, but car felt good. It got a little bit loose by the end.
Which one is most important to you?
Well, I think starting, you have to start the run well, so you got to really get through 1 and 2 accurately and smoothly on the first lap. I feel like lap 3 or lap 4 is the hardest, though, once the grip's going off.
So, what do you think about the new qualifying procedure with the Fast 12 and Fast 6?
It's exciting. I think it'll be a good show for the fans. We don't have bump day this year, so it'll still add some drama and make it pretty exciting for tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Doc. So, how was qualifying?
Could be better, could be worse. We made a little improvement then, but conditions weren't optimal. I think we really had if we put everything together, it should be quite a bit more, but that's Indy, you know, you only get your shots and that's it.
So, what lap is most important in qualifying for you?
I think the last one, that's where it starts to get a bit tricky. I got caught out in turn 2, so I had to take a little bit of a lift. But yeah, it's the most difficult one with the tyres.
So, how do you like the new qualifying format at IMS with the Fast 12 and the Fast 6?
Doesn't make a big difference for me. I'm out of it anyway. So yeah, I'm sure for them it's a bit more of a challenge. I think it also it's intense, but it gives them a bit more freedom to go for it. But I don't know. I like the Fast 9 approach. Just gives it a one-shot go. This one's more traditional for the rest of the year. There's pros and cons, I guess, but same. You probably get the quickest guy on the front anyway.
All right, thanks, Callum.
Enjoy.
How was qualifying?
Attempt number 1 was pretty good. Conditions were good. Let's see, maybe a little bit too much drag, but very consistent. So I didn't scare myself, so that's always a good first attempt of the day. But now we just wait and see what happens.
Which lap in qualifying is most important to you?
I think the first lap's the most important because it sets the tone for the whole kind of outing, number 1. And number 2, I think it's important that the first lap's really fast because that kind of carries all the other laps with it. So, for me, my first lap was okay. All the other 3 were very, very consistent, but the first lap wasn't fast enough.
So, what do you think about the new qualifying format with the Fast 12 and the Fast 6?
Doesn't look like we're going to make it in, so I'll enjoy watching it. That's what I think. How do you like it?
It's pretty good.
All right.
I mean,
That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what I think. We're here to make it fun for you.
there we go.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Let us know in the comments if you like mission tips, and Aaron McLaren does as well. So, I like him, and a friend of ours, Chris Wheeler, told us to do this. So.